No, we needed a landscaping contract with him as well.
0-0.
Game on. Chris Haworth serving to Ben Johns. An unbelievable point construction to start the game, and we'll see a lot more of that in this match.
Yeah, he holds the two-handed backhand so well, and you don't know where it's going to go, and he kept firing away at the Ben Johns backhand, and what a start.
Point.
Let and a redo for Chris Haworth. Diane Anderson, Howard Hepworth, and Onisha Smith, our referee crew for this one. Another pass, low from the backhand side. What makes him so difficult to read?
Well, leaf blowers out there.
Side out.
And a side out for Ben Johns after the brief abbreviation.
0-3.
Right back to the left corner for Chris Haworth after some heavy slice volleys.
Yeah, and the length of this dude, every bit of 6'3", and covers that kitchen so well.
Point.
Chris Haworth has a lot of confidence in his game after some big wins in his career. He says, I believe in myself in my game. I know I can beat anyone, and he's showing that today.
And it's absolutely true. He beat the hottest guy. He's beaten Ben before. There you go. We agree, Chris.
0-4.
Big play for Ben Johns. He's on the board.
Yeah, and that's one of those where some amateur players learning singles would let that ball bounce on this stab volley. You got to come up and take that out of the air. Don't get them time to react from that, and well recognized from Ben.
Side out.
Awesome first volley. That's what the two-handed backhand, you lose a little reach, but you can use the left hand to roll it if it becomes lower on the court, and that was well done by him. And you can see 73% winning percentage on this tour is special. And that's ridiculous because that ball was so close to his body. Watch the swing path of this, high to low to high, and just good night.
Oh my gosh. Such a late pull too. There, another one. Just redirects it at the last second. You can't read where he's going.
And deception is a big part of it. You have to be able to execute it. And to have Ben take one step to the left and have it go by him at that height, that just shows you how he had no idea where that was going. What a start.
Side out.
Yeah, we loved that 70s winning percentage. How about 91% for Ben?
I mean, and the streak he's carrying too is phenomenal. He's won at least one gold medal in his last 21 tournaments.
Just wide, didn't curl that one around. Yeah, and has medaled in every PPA event he ever played in back to the inception. Come on.
61 PPA events. Not bad. Wow, to the corner goes Chris Haworth. This guy is the real deal, 7-1 in game one.
And what I love about this last one, Michelle, was it was off pace. Just keep it in. You pull, if you hit that too hard, it'll go wide. And the strategy is clear. He is attacking the Ben Johns backhand side with everything here and then opening up the forehand, and it is working.
1-7.
Then we've seen him funnel his return of serves to the forehand, make that first volley to open up the backhand, because Ben's two-handed backhand, he says it himself, is a work in progress on the pass, so that makes him have to drop it. So I love what Haworth's doing strategically.
Unbelievable pass from Chris Haworth. That time to the forehand side.
8-1.
Oh my.
Point.
And a third
Timeout,
shot
receiver,
winner
9-1.
down the line on
1
Ben
minute.
Johns with Haworth's backhand. But Chris
9-1.
Haworth 2 points away from taking the first.
Side out.
So if you've seen just wicked twoies all morning long, Ben also perhaps going to start
1-9.
returning everything to the forehand. So keep an eye on that.
It's a deep
Side
serve
out.
for Ben Johns. Handing it right back to Chris
9-1.
Haworth in the closing stretch of game one.
Point.
Into the net goes Ben Johns. Game point for the 22 seed,
Game
Chris
point.
Haworth.
10-1.
Clunker
Side out.
off the tape.
Normally when you have game point against Ben and you miss your serve, we're like, look at how tight this cat is, but it's 10-1, so it's okay.
Yeah.
Oh my, I see your net cord and raise you, and that stayed in.
110.
So when you take big swings on these volleys, you will make bad contact on occasion because everything has to be perfect when you're not on balance. When you're on full
210.
swing, he's been doing it all week, but you will see that on occasion.
Wide for
Side
Ben
out.
on the third. And is he challenging
I am
the call
100%
there? Yep.
certain he is.
A quick one. I think live I saw it wide,
Have a
and
challenge of the out call. The out call
let's take a closer
puts
look
us
when we have a
at
chance to
side
do it.
out, 10-2.
And this serves a couple
now
of
proceed with
purposes.
video
It
review.
was close, but it's going to be game point against the other way if indeed it was wide, so why not call a timeout?
Yep, I see wide still on the replay. Leaf blowers continue to make an appearance on
It's a
championship court.
full day of landscaping here. Yeah, that ball's definitely wide. Well, definitely wide from where we sit, Michelle. So
I'm not sure you can see that any other way
No.
with the gap of blue there,
Yes,
but
agreed.
we'll see. Our tracking referee for this one is Onisha Smith, one of the best referees on tour.
when she is patrolling center, she ain't taking no guff from anybody. It's here, we're playing. She's going to give a very quick and authoritative answer on this to those guys, but I think Ben's going to be out of challenges and timeouts on the other side of this. And for Haworth, I think this actually will benefit him. Even though he's got a sizable lead, he missed his serve on his first game point.
Right.
So just settle back down, play your best point, and try and put number one in the bag.
Upon review, the call on the court stands. The ball.
Diana Anderson affirming the call stands.
2 timeouts remaining.
No more timeouts for Ben Johns. Chris Haworth still has both. That matters when it comes to the challenge system. Ben will not have any more challenges available. Chris Haworth looking to close out game one, second game point here. And he'll do it with a clean winner, inside in. Chris Haworth up a game on the world number one.
He is disguising it. He's letting the
Game
ball
2,
travel a little
time
bit, and
in,
he's preying on short
0-0.
returns off of his big serve.
Another big point from Chris Haworth.
And I might love that point more than anything. Again, return to the forehand, make him pass with the backhand, and then look at this. Plenty of margins, controls the kitchen line, Michelle. All about him being under control, and he is absolutely dictating every single rally now, Michelle. It's unbelievable.
0-0. Side out.
A little extended there after a beautiful sort of 60% roll. So he can do that too with the two-handed backhand and make that ball dive down.
A heavy volley from Chris Haworth.
And he's just mashing returns too. So for Ben to be,
0-0.
watch Ben, this is the rally before that, but Ben short hopping thirds is rare.
Side out.
Good opportunity for Babolat too, new to the pickleball scene. He's the first signed Babolat athlete on the pickleball side, Chris Haworth. So
0-0.
doing some crazy things with that paddle.
Yeah, and he's head to toe, shoes to
Side
paddle. And if you're Ben Johns, you're like, this guy can't possibly keep playing at this level,
0-0.
can he? If I put a little pressure and hit the better returns. That's a big swing on a volley from Ben there. Got on him quickly. You can see he is trying to make him beat him with the forehand, which he did in game number 1, and hit a good one there. I mean,
Wow.
to get your 6'3" frame out of the way and then curl this back down the line. Look at what he had to do. He had to lean back, which is usually death, not for this guy.
Side out. Zero two.
My goodness.
Side out.
Another heavy return to the corner.
Yeah.
Even Ben can't track it down.
So we'll see if Ben adjusts his footwork, because
2-0.
all the returns are going to that forehand side. Maybe cheat a step.
Wow. Forehand twice on Ben.
And guess where Ben was leaning again? To the backhand. I mean, Ben is getting beat. Watch Ben's just positioning there. I mean, just buy him.
3-0. Side out. Zero three. Side out.
That might be the first unforced error from this guy so far today. That is one heck of a championship Sunday debut to be all the way into game 2 before that happened.
One three.
There's Ben. Pulls within one. A little life on his side. The crowd beckoning him on.
Yeah, and just a much shorter return than Haworth has been hitting, so he's not all the way to the kitchen by the time he strikes the paddle on the way forward.
Oh, no.
Point.
Down goes Chris Haworth. I hope he's okay.
And landed on your paddle side elbow too. Yeah, his left foot gave out over there. You can see the push off. Man, that's scary. That's a big man.
Yeah, 6'3".
3-3.
Frame going down there. A little shaken up. See how he recovers. Wow.
I think pretty well.
Decent. I thought maybe the short return. Oh, he's in trouble. There he goes. The big volley.
And you saw on the prior rally the adjustment Ben made. If you're going to return cross court and give me an angle, I'm going to take it back. So something to keep an eye on.
Iconic roll on the backhand side of Ben Johns.
3-3. Point.
Looking human finally is Chris Haworth. Returns into the net. Ben Johns for the first time in the match having the lead.
4-3.
So how do we deal with adversity on the far side?
Point. over. Time in. 5-3. Point.
And a missed return.
Wow, call timeout in the third. So 3 of the 6 are missed returns from Haworth.
6-3.
Got it. Clean winner down the line. Ben Johns right back in the match.
So the danger of returning cross court is you have to be able to cover the line from where you return from, and if it's short, you just can't get there. Brilliantly played by Ben.
ATP from Ben Johns right off the let court.
Hey, Michelle, the GOAT is goating.
Unbelievable. I mean, which way is this going to go? If this seems to be going to a game 3, it's like blowouts each side. Oh my. Ben Johns with an uptick to his performance.
And just, okay, you're going to keep returning to the forehand. I'm going to adjust. And I know that you're going to have a long run to cover down the line, and you can't do it right now. That just curls wide, but what a run from Ben Johns. So Haworth trying to give himself a little encouragement. And singles, there's no one out there. You got to find it within yourself.
Oh, what a snag. Oh no, misconnected on the overhead return. Ben Johns showing that athleticism and the length to his wingspan.
9-3.
Oh my, from out of nowhere, Chris Haworth cleans it up.
Yeah, I think Ben knew when that came off his paddle, he just set the table for Haworth because, again, slight move to the left because there is not much room there, but this guy threads a needle like a great seamstress.
Side out.
Game point for Ben Johns.
These points look more like Ben Johns' points. They're not rapid fire passing shots. He's got a little bit of the cat and mouse going, pushing Haworth around the court and sitting on a game point.
Ben Johns takes the second, 11-2 in favor of Chris Haworth in game 1, 11-3 to Ben Johns in game 2. Game 3 upon us now on the paddle of Chris Haworth. Missed return to start.
Yeah, and that's the beauty. That's why I call it chestnut checkers. Ben solved the riddle of all these returns to the forehand and all these backhand passing shots. We saw very little backhands in game number 2.
Desperate lob attempt by Chris Haworth. Great point for Ben.
Yeah, and in pickleball, unlike tennis, you can throw it up into the air. It's just you run out of real estate, just 20 by 44.
Side out.
And on the fly, another miss into the net. Chris Haworth on top by 2.
Yeah, much lower with the forehand there, so Ben was having to hit up on the ball as it was diving down. Gets such a nice roll on that.
Oh, Ben Johns all over the pattern that time.
Yeah, and that one ball took a little bit of a funky hop on Haworth, and he didn't get his feet set, so he just had to bunt it back in there, and then he knew he was in trouble. It's not the hottest day in Texas, but it might be one of the thickest out there. Very humid.
I'd love to know whose game that suits more with that thick air.
Ben is going to want the ball to play a little slower. Certainly in doubles he would prefer that, but in this case he's going to feel comfortable going for that serve because that'll keep it in more. That's an unbelievable volley. To get 6'3" down that low effortlessly is, I mean, he made that look easy. That is not.
Response from Haworth.
Yeah, you saw that KT tape on Ben's knee. Just precautionary, he told me. And he had the nerve to say, I'm getting old. Come on. 2-1. Oh, lefty stab. And these first volleys from Ben are much improved from game one, really sticking them, because Haworth had a lot of time to set up and pass. In game one, that time has been taken away.
1-2. Point.
Yeah, another missed return. There were 0 of those, and that was sort of the start of the switch. He missed a return. And then all of a sudden, the Ben train came flying down the tracks.
Wow, too good. Ben Johns gets the clean pass, takes the lead in game 3.
So Ben is bringing that cross-court return back cross-court, and Haworth used every bit of his pterodactyl length to get it back in the court, but then you're off balance and letting Ben hit forehands, and that's usually bad news.
Goodness. Both players using every inch of their wingspans.
Yeah, usually both players don't run a 5K on a particular point, but they certainly did there.
Maybe hit an out ball in that series. Chris Haworth. Tough way to surrender a 2-point lead.
Yeah, and this is, for the players that sweat a lot, today is going to be the epitome of that. And that all the way goes down to the grip and can really affect your comfort with that grip on the paddle as well.
Right out. Side out.
You return down the middle, you take angles away as long as it's deep enough. That was perfect return there from Ben, and Haworth just didn't have room, pulled it wide.
Side out.
So that has been Ben's response. Like, go ahead and return cross court. I am going back the other way, and you got to stop, plant that left foot, and then reach. Just came up short there.
Wow, too good. Chris Haworth. Ben Johns.
So it ended up being a Haworth challenge of the out call. So everyone's got all of their complement of timeouts, which is 2 on both sides.
Long for Ben Johns. Tie game, 4-all.
Point.
Lead swings back to Chris Haworth.
5-4.
He had a good look at that. If he makes that, he switches ends with a 2-point lead. There isn't much wind out there. I don't think there's a better side. The scoreboard would say there is. So if that's the case, Ben would end up on the good side. And to Haworth's credit, he has returned to the forehand all day long, and he's not backing away what got him that big lead in game number 1.
Haworth gets it right back.
Yeah, third chance, and I think just mentally, especially in singles, just getting to 6 first. You want milestones in a game 3, especially in a gold medal match. I think it'd be big if he can get this rally.
Nope, he'll have to wait. Ben Johns with a chance to tie it.
So Ben has made an adjustment some of the time of serving into the forehand corner, which makes that cross-court shot even longer for Haworth to hit, so that's smart from Ben.
Oh, ouch.
Yeah, that was a slide on purpose, but man, that looked painful. And look at, ow.
Stretched the groin muscle there ahead of today's match.
Point.
Ben Johns ties it.
5-5. Point. Timeout. Change in.
Leads.
And win a gold medal here in Texas.
Time in.
Monstrous point here. Ben Johns looking to take a 2-point lead midway through the third. Haworth cleans it up, gets the serve back. Now his chance to tie it.
5-6. Side out.
So this is the rare occurrence where you see tons of returns to the forehand in a men's singles final, because that's usually right into the bread and butter of the opponent. It's being done for 2 different reasons in this match. Haworth's trying to open up the backhand by returning forehand to get the next ball to Ben's backhand, which he doesn't pass as well on. Ben is trying to avoid the 2-handed backhand on the other side. So same place, very different reasons.
7-5.
Oh,
Point.
that was a gimme for Chris Haworth. Ben Johns takes a 3-point lead and is 3 points away from his 38th singles title.
Ridiculous.
8-5.
This return and.
All right, come on, Texas, let him hear you.
Time in.
And John's looking for a championship point here.
And we haven't seen much of that because the points haven't been played at the kitchen line with lots of cat and mouse because the returns have been to the forehand. Ben lays the backhand in, and here's match point.
Chris Haworth survives one championship point. Long way to go. Still possible.
5-10. But 5-10. Point.
Oh, take another point.
He was happy to see a backhand and made Ben pay.
And a clean pass. It's a three-point game.
So back to the most dangerous backhand on this court by a long shot, and Ben goes there again, then something is broken in the synapses here. Okay, there we go.
No way he got it inside the sideline or barely off the sideline. Chris Haworth pulls within 2.
8-10.
Wow.
Let court bounce. We have ourselves a match just when you think Chris Haworth is done. Down 10-6 in one rally. He's got 3 straight points. Timeout for Ben Johns.
Yeah, and saved a match point against in front of it with a well-struck forehand return that didn't even become a rally. He didn't even have to hit a nervy shot after that. The only nervy thing he did in this run here is he did not hit a good serve that kissed off the tape and stayed in. That looked a little tight, but now, and sometimes when you're behind, you're like, I got nothing to lose. I'm gonna just swing away. He played that way in game 1, and now, my goodness, Ben's got to come up with a return. So here we go. High drama out of nowhere. Ben thought he was just coasting this in. Come give me a trophy, Michelle.
9-10.
Oh, man.
Wow. Chance to tie it. And that might be it for Haworth. We'll see. Ben Johns with the second championship point on his side.
Match point. 10-9.
Oh,
Missed
no.
return, a heartbreaker. Ben Johns is...
Dave, thanks so much. Yeah, Ben, that was a thriller of a men's final. You had to adjust after a stunning scoreline in game 1. What was the biggest adjustment you made there in game 2 and game 3 over Chris Haworth?
Yeah, Chris is a great player. I beat a lot of the best singles players to get here. He's clearly top in the singles game. Plays a really big ball, so that first game I was definitely on my heels. He had some miraculous passing shots that I haven't really seen before, so it was mostly about adjusting to his patterns a little bit in games 2 and 3. I think I got a little better of a read on some of them, and definitely started scoring a little bit on my own. So it's really important to match a guy's pace like that by scoring yourself, just to keep yourself in it, and I felt like I did that well in games 2 and 3.
This is your 38th men's singles title, 126 on your career, and you had to earn every inch of this one. How good does it feel after that kind of effort?
Yeah, you know, this is one of the matches where I feel like it was a little more adversity and definitely a little bit more of a mental struggle as well as physical. But, you know, these are the kind of matches that you definitely remember a little more, and really happy to have earned this one.
Well, let's get the trophy in his hands. On behalf of our title sponsor for this great event, CIBC, Chris Carson, the VP of Marketing for Pickleball Central, is here to present the title.
Congratulations, Ben. I see your name on here, every single side. We're going to add it one more time. On behalf of CIBC, the PPA Tour, and Pickleball Central, I want to present to you the CIBC Texas Open powered by Tixr trophy. Congratulations.